capital tied up machinery these days, and you don't want to go changing it too often. It's just our sprayer. And that was just a bit of a picture of trying to show the nozzles lining up between the stubble row. And this is not our Renovo, but there's just some pictures off the net, but we've actually got a Renovo. I didn't get any pictures. But we only didn't get an opportunity to do a lot of it this year, but we just went out and did the areas that had been affected the most by the sprayer from last year. We bought it as a necessity. Obviously we just got to maintain it as you would a road, like I said earlier. We're driving it over all the time, and we just got to make sure we look after those areas. And I guess the ideal situation is we don't have to use it, but in times we have no choice. This is just spreading the other week, so it's just displaying everything's lining up. It's all coming together. And setting up for controlled traffic, we go through all these scenarios we've got to work through, and this is just one example that I thought I'd just show today. A lot of our paddocks are 1.6 kilometres long, and it works well for everything, but for harvest, we used to harvest a lot of our paddocks crossways. I was wondering how the hell we're going to do these long runs with the header with the tram lines. And with a bit of good advice, we come up with this method. Basically, we'll open up a paddock, we'll just drive up, basically open her up, and we get halfway or a full box and do a loop and just wait for the chaser bin to pull up alongside, empty while we're stationary, and the chaser bin gets out the road and pull back in with the header, and then away we go. Then we work inside out, and then the chaser bin's always on a tram line then, and then once we've done that section, we'll go and work outside in, and you just keep doing blocks across the paddock, so really you're not doing much disturbance at all. Like you're only doing this little bit we got to do around about maybe 3-4 times throughout a paddock. Controlled traffic has taken a lot of time and thought to set up and implement. Wheel tracks have become very compacted. You want to make sure you get that right when you set it up. You don't want to go changing and deciding to change after a few years, because obviously you've just created all that compaction in that area. And because of the stimulation on the wheel tracks, we see a lot more ryegrass in the tracks. It never seems to be very vigorous, because driving over it all the time. And a good thing is it's not all over the paddock. And this I took last week, and it's a bloody good example of it. As you can see, all the ryegrass, we've been going with the sprayer, but if you were to walk in amongst that crop there, you can hardly see much at all. Just a quick overview. Over the past 10 years, we've seen a lot change on our property, and seeing our new farming system the way it is now, it's very exciting. There's a lot of time being put into setup of it, and finally at a point where we can settle down and enjoy it. Hopefully spend a bit more time with the family, do a few things we enjoy doing instead of spending as much time in the workshop. Looking ahead, consolidation is our main focus at the moment. To never say never, always be open-minded. And farming always presents challenges such as regulations, policies, different seasons, global situations, succession planning, and the list goes on. And basically all we can do is best we can with the variables we have control over, and the rest is up to the big fella upstairs. And that's where I'd like to conclude. Thanks for having me.